So real quickly, just wanted to touch upon a couple things. First and foremost, thanks for tuning in and watching the video. Hopefully it's helpful. Again, this is a tutorial of the Thompson style drop fade. I explain the guards that I use, and I try to do my best to kind of explain a lot of the instructions. I hope not to talk too fast. I didn't want it to be a extra long video that was boring, so I'll try not to talk too much over it. But again, if you have any questions or comments, please, below comment question. Please subscribe if you do enjoy the video, or if you think it was helpful. I really wanted to put it out here for anyone like myself who's looking to try to start saving money. And without further ado, here's the video. It's life changing. That's what we do. Change lives. That'll be good. All right.
As always, guys, comment, share, and subscribe. Let's go through the tools. So you got the Andes Cool Care, you got the Black Magic. This is the Andes 2 clippers, very good. Andes Masters, also very good clippers. And here's a soft bristle brush with an eyebrow razor and a rat tail comb with an Annie's medium hard bristle brush. And then here's a Proline oil sheen, smells very good. And the two guards that I'll be using. Right here is just me doing the first cut or the first line. I do it with the guard, the Andes Masters at 0 to make that first line, and then I go ahead and go halfway on the lever for the Masters, and I add the 1/16 guard, and that's just to get the surface clean. That's just to clean the area, which I'm doing right here with the 1/16 guard and the Andes on halfway with the lever. Now I have to go as low as the part of my hair that's thinning, if I'm honest with you, and it just works better too, because coincidentally my waves are a little bit more prevalent when I go low enough, so it's a win-win. Alright, now I took the blade off and I'm going halfway, and I'm just going to make a second line right above kind of that first starting line. I thought I went a little too high on this end, that's why I'm kind of checking it now, but it worked out because your blend is something that you can kind of work with. That's why I don't use the clippers first, because it's once it's zeroed out, then you can't really go back. But with the Masters being your first line with the 0, it gives you more opportunity to avoid being stuck with something that's too high or whatever. So it's like a safety net for me. So I went all the way around with the second, made a second line, and then I used the Masters all the way open, or basically pushed all the way down to where the teeth are full. Excuse me, and I'm going all the way above the 2 lines, just right kind of into the hair, flicking it, kind of have that flicking motion at the top. So wherever the blend is at, I'm just kind of pushing it kind of up into the hair, flicking it so it blends as well as I can. And I went ahead right now, I just went ahead and did the beard blend. You kind of do the same thing. You want to start with a lower level, and then you want to gradually open it up as you get deeper into the hair towards your jawline. You want to go a little bit, or you want to, not a little bit, but you want to open up gradually as you move down towards your face. So it's to your liking. Some people like to blend in the actual beard, some people like to stay in the ear line. I just kind of do it right in the middle. And here's my Andes clippers, the 0s. I'm pretty much, it looks like I'm going high, but I'm really not. I'm getting the bald part of it done, and I'm kind of I know it doesn't look like it, but I'm stopping before the blend actually, of the fade actually. I'm stopping before, giving myself room for the fade to still be a lower blended fade and not like a high fade. But at the very top, what you guys may not be able to see as well, is like right before I'm getting like too high, I'm like flicking it away from my scalp, so it's not like actually cutting, it's just kind of going around the blend that's already there. And this is just maintenance work. This is just me, like, I look like the hair was too dark and too high, so I'm just kind of, you know, just kind of making sure it's clean. And then I'm going back with my Andy's Masters. I'm going back at a halfway mark and kind of blending in between those two lines, and kind of, this is kind of where you kind of want to make the fade look like a fade. And so you always want to go more open than closed. So you always want to start open, and then if you feel like the hair is not cutting, then you go a little bit, you tighten it, you close it up more. Right here, I feel like there were some hairs and things that were a little too long around the back that I didn't get. You know, benefit of cutting your own hair, you know, you can go back, you don't have to go in a certain order, just go back and correct what you did, and then go back to the haircut. You know, no need to like stress about it, just do what you need to do and go back. And then I went back and blended the fade with the teeth all the way up. Now what you just saw me do with the black magic, I use a little bit of the black magic after shave, and then the some water. I'll be honest, you probably want to use like some dry alcohol. I think the aftershave lotion, it has a little bit of moisture. I mix it with water and it helps to dry out my skin. But if you just did plain alcohol, or like sea breeze, if you're in a place that has like sea breeze alcohol, it's probably one of the best, you know, types of alcohols, because I feel like it's the driest that it, you know, but any alcohol will do. But right here I'm just going around my neckline. You want to stretch your neckline with the clippers, but not so much that you change the alignment of your beard, because you'll end up like doing something that you think is around, you know, you're trying to make a line, and then once you kind of let go of your skin, then you like totally messed up if you pulled it too far. So make sure you kind of gently kind of pull the skin, not too much, but just a little bit to stretch it, and then, you know, you let it go and make sure that you've done, you know, you've done what you wanted to do and not gone too far. Now I'm a little reckless with this. This is not a technique that I would say like going against the grain the way I'm doing with my beard. I'm trying to get the loose hairs and kind of microphone it out a little bit like the beard, but the way I'm doing it, again, I wouldn't recommend you doing it. I would recommend you doing it this way. This is probably the easiest way, because you can kind of see the light, you know, under you, and you just want to catch away from it, but you still have to have a steady hand. Someone like me, my hair grows super slow, so if I make a mistake on my beard, like I gotta wait another year or so to try to get it this full length. It's terrible how slow my beard grows. And again, another cautionary tale, if you will, like when you're going over your head, like I'm pushing the blade against my scalp without pushing the teeth against your scalp, and you're keeping the blade parallel to your head, and you're not letting it go down into the hair. I know it sounds like weird, but what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to catch all the loose hairs and not necessarily like cut myself bald. And again, this is something you don't have to do, like, you know, I think it makes the fade look good. If you choose to do it, just go slow and make sure right here, like I'm getting the front part is the most important part, because that's where the lineup's going to be in the, if you know, the front of the hairline, those hairs being like low is really going to be kind of what makes your lineup look real fresh and crisp. So alright, so right here, you know, under the chin, rather under the lip, you know, kind of the hair under there, I use the electric first. We're going to go back with the razor, but you definitely always want to, what I like to say is kind of clean the surface area before you start actually painting. And so I just kind of clean up the canvas, and get it ready for the quote-unquote painting, which is the razor work. Of course, the hairline, you just want to be careful. Make sure that you're taking your time on this. You know, rule of thumb, pull away from the hair, don't push, pull. So grab and pull away. I know you probably can't tell if I'm doing either, but aside from me trying to corner the sides, like the actual top of the hair, I'm like catching and then I'm pulling away. So that's what you should do in all cases. Again, take your time, especially with your lineup, and make sure to get that forehead hair. It definitely makes a difference. It brings out the rest of the haircut, because you really can't see, but you normally have a lot. All right, so here's the eyebrow razor, something I've been using at least for the last decade, and I feel like it just helps me see better. And then what I do is I go back with the electric razor, and I trust now, I trust what I was able to do with the razor. And so when I use the clippers, or cut it with electric, with my electric option, it's a cleaner cut, and I'm more comfortable because I already know that the razor already kind of provided me enough foresight to where I can kind of go a little bit more reckless with the razor, because I know what I'm doing. And so I go back and just kind of clean up, go against the grain, and that's pretty much the lineup part of it. Now with the eyebrow razor, I'm going under the neckline, catching everything that basically the Andis clippers did. And you should have like the little bitty short hairs, and of course you just want to use a razor so you basically get to the bald skin and get the crisp look of the lineup and the edge up. So that's what I'm doing here. Just a little tidbit for the beard. As most people know, just kind of blow up your cheeks as I'm doing right there, and that really helps to provide a push up the hairs so that you can catch them better, and you don't have to really go over the area like multiple times. You can get it in a good swoop. And just kind of keeping my beard, my mustache thick, stopping early, and my mustache, and just getting the top, making sure it has a little bit of that pyramid look. One of my favorite parts of the razor, eyebrow razor, is I can get around corners, and like you said, I clearly can see what I'm doing. That's a big thing with me. Straight razors, for some people, they work. For me, like, this is just, it's safer for me, and it feels like I'm more comfortable, and you don't have to really change the blades or nothing. You just put the cap back on and you're done. And guys, the haircut is pretty much done. I know I pretty much talked through it, but it was sped up so much I didn't really give a lot of time to just like let the music play. But right here you can see just me trying to just corner out the top so it looks good, and the blend, checking it out. Like I said, it's not the greatest fade ever, but I think for the money that you save, at least $20, $15-$20, you can get yourself a nice blend, good blend into the beard. As you can see, a good drop fade. The back looks good. It's lower in the back as a drop fade should, and then good on the side. So overall good, good haircut. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope it was helpful. Again, comment, share, subscribe, and here's a last look at everything.